We have a new collection set. You're probably screaming, "What? Whatever? Have I missed this news? Season 25 is the next one out in October, but it's been pushed back a week, so we'll have to wait a little bit longer
Oh,
for season 25."
I didn't actually know that.
Sorry to drop that bombshell on you, dear viewer.
I couldn't even tell you what the original date was. So
I
the
think
fact
it,
that it's pushed back a week.
I think it was like the 21st of October, and now I think it's like the 28th of October. So
Oh.
just in time for Halloween.
But tell me, Ben, what's coming on the 11th of November? I mean, currently, it might be pushed back a week or more by the time we get there.
That's my bad rendition of the Blake Seven theme tune. We're talking about this because there's a bit of cross-pollination with this range because it's done by the same team who've done the Doctor Who collection sets. It's got very similar features.
Yeah. No behind the sofa.
No.
Sad, but I suppose, sadly, a lot of the original Blake Seven cast are no longer with us. And there's not necessarily that same celebrity factor that some of the Doctor Who casts have in a way.
Yeah.
That, like people really enjoy sitting down and watching Janet and Peter Davidson watch anything.
Yeah, I think looking at the comments of the little trailer for this, people are going, "This is great, but it seems a little bit too late because we've lost some of the big players for this series, like Paul Darrow, I think Gareth Thomas, and Jacqueline Pearce." Because I'm sure they would have provided much entertainment for the van material. So let's talk about this then, really.
Yeah, I mean, looking on the cover, only 3 of those 7 are still with us.
Wow.
Yeah, which is a shame. But yeah, I mean, it's just getting the standard edition style packaging. So same as if you've got any of the standard edition Doctor Who collection sets, that's what you get in here, which I suppose makes sense. It's not as big as Doctor Who.
It's more niche.
Yeah. And also, it makes it a bit cheaper as well. It's only 40 quid, which is things a bit less than spending the 55 now that the...
Or, use the old HMV 20% discount and you can get your Blake 7 a little bit cheaper. Works on pre-orders as well.
32 quid?
Yeah,
if I've done the maths right in my head.
Yeah. I think that's what season 12 cost me for when I got the standard.
There you go.
So yeah,
tried and tested. Plug there.
There you go.
Yeah, but this is 6 discs, 2 episodes on each disc, except the last one that's got 3 episodes, 13 episode series, each about 50 minutes. I mean, you've never watched Blake 7 before.
No, I have never seen it. I think it's something I should have seen it because I spoke to my dad about it tonight going, "Do you think I'd like it?" Because he was like, "You probably would like it." He's like, "It's really like the first couple of series are really good, but when a certain character goes, it really sort of falls apart."
I mean, I've not watched all of it. I've watched all of series 1 and 2 and then bits of 3 and 4. So maybe this is my time to jump back in and do the whole thing if this series hopefully, gets all 4 box sets completed.
Well, I imagine this is sort of like season 12 where it tests the water. If it does well, it will get it. Because it's often been a thing I've sort of toyed with when I saw it in like H&B, like, "Oh, I should get it," because they did like a complete box set a couple years ago.
Yeah, they did on DVD.
But now with it being on Blu-ray and seeing the side-by-side comparisons of like the film quality, you're like, okay, they've done a good job with this.
Yeah, it seems like there's never been a better time to get into Blake 7, really. By the looks of things. I mean, you've got some In Conversations on here as well. Again, done by Matthew Sweet, so it does very much have that Doctor Who collection feel, including one with Michael E. Bryan, who directed some of Blake 7. And presumably that's also going to talk about a bit of Doctor Who too, along with, the other things he's worked on as well.
Yeah, it's interesting because season 9, we had a documentary of him, talking about his sort of directing career and stuff like that. And I thought, okay,
that was where he was on a boat, wasn't it?
Yeah, his sort of boat. And I thought, well, okay, that's his In Conversation then. That's him done. But no, they've actually got him in the studio for it.
Yeah, which is wild to think. Yeah, I mean, something else that's quite wild is updated special effects on all of these. They've been doing new model shots for them as well. So, they've certainly gone all out with that.
I think it must be a sort of a learning curve from Doctor Who in a way, where the pitfalls of the Doctor Who release were like, okay, how do we go forward with this sort of series? How can we make it better? I guess much like, to put it in action figure terms, Star Wars: A Black Series, and then you get the same company and same team working behind the Indiana Jones figures, where they sort of learn the pitfalls of that both ranges and like, how can we make this the definitive versions of these characters?
Yeah, I see what you're getting at there. I mean, with season 25, the upcoming collection set for Doctor Who, that's also got all episodes with updated special features. Not updated special features, updated special effects. I don't know what my brain's playing at today. So yeah, I wonder if that's going to become a bit more standard going forward now that we've got it for Blake 7 as well. Yeah. But I imagine something that's going to help with Blake 7 is that they'll be able to reuse certain shots across different episodes.
Yeah.
Much like probably the original model shots were. But yeah, I'm curious to see how extensive that will all be, because it sounds like a huge undertaking. And I imagine, it was definitely a huge undertaking, but it's like, how huge are we talking here?
Yeah. I have no idea.
Because I don't want to, not to diminish the hard work that's certainly been done on it all. Yeah, I mean, cover art by Lee Binding as well.
So again, nice connection to the Doctor Who stuff. So you can have your Blake 7 and your Doctor Who together, because in a timeline we would have had that crossover episode.
Ooh, you can imagine it, can't you?
Yeah. So I feel like regardless, we would have been picking up a Blake 7 box set in some capacity.
Yeah, it all looks rather exciting to me. I think, I will be picking this one up, especially because it's not as spenny as a regular Doctor Who collection set. It looks like a nice little package. It's got a lot going on, and I remember enjoying Blake 7, so it'll be nice to rewatch it again anew with these new special features and HD quality visuals. I mean, are you looking forward to giving it a go if you do?
Well, I think it's close to a certain time of year, so maybe it'd be a good thing to put on that list and go, go for it.
Good shout, isn't it?
So I feel quite inclined to give it a go.
Yeah, dip your toes into it's slightly outside the realms of Doctor Who, while still having
enough
a bit of comfort to fall back on. Yeah. I mean, let us know down below if you're going to be diving into this. Are you a huge Blake 7 aficionado, or are you just a Doctor Who fan who's a little bit curious as to what it's like on the other side of the fence, I suppose? Because they're neighbours, really, aren't they? Blake 7 and Doctor Who. Do share all your thoughts down below. I hope you've enjoyed a little bit of a different video. Not quite Doctor Who related, not quite not Doctor Who related, I suppose. It's a collection set. We love collection sets, be they Doctor Who or Blake 7.
Yeah.
See you next time, everyone.
Beam me up, Scotty. That's not Blake 7, that's Star Trek.
Get him out of here.
To the Liberator. The Federation. Bye, everyone.
Standard by 7.